Okay, so I've been listening to this album today, and I've been really trying to, I guess, get a hang of it. I like it overall, it's pretty good. I don't consider it one of the major classic albums of the Rush Studio discography. I'd like to go through the track list and just give my thoughts on each of the songs on here. I think that's the most obvious thing to do when going about an album review. I mostly want to put this video up for as a proposal for those who Rush fans who defend this album, if they're out there, to come make their case here. I know if they have been made before, although I'd like to, well, hopefully in a response to, if you're so inclined, if you're so generous, some of the critiques I propose here regarding this track list. A general issue I have with the overall feel of the album, I will say, is that songs tend, like with Presto, I said this earlier, songs tend to blend together. It's as though they had an idea for a sound for an album and then they just decided to put song structures together around them. And it's like, I feel as though the group's, generally speaking, a rock group's best songs come about from jamming or just an idea you have in your head and you have to get it out there. It comes about very organically, lightning in a bottle situations. And these songs feel more forced than not. Well, not all of them. And I felt the same way about Presto overall. So the track list goes as such. Test for Echo I actually like quite a bit. I think it's very good. We start off strong. Driven is a bit simplistic for me, although I know that that's just me being a snob to some degree at least. Half the World is pretty good. Color of Right, wearing good stuff here. Time and Motion is probably the track I find the most impressive and enjoyable on here. Totem is good. Dog Years is infamously not very good, especially the choruses. Virtuality is kind of corny chorus, but fantastic verses. Like, fantastic. Resist is nice. Limbo, the instrumental, is another one of my favourite tracks on here. Carve Away the Stone, being a kind of a so-so final track, is what really hurts the impression of the album for me. Yeah, too many of these songs just sound like other songs from the album. I like that it's going for this 90s CD sound, kind of a spacey prog slash alt metal band, sort of thing. But I just don't think the creativity musically is always there. I wish it was, and we can talk about how great the lyrics are by Neil Peart. That's fine. I don't tend to focus on those with Rush unless look, we can. If I read them out and they're good, they're good. But if I don't notice them during the music, then I'm sorry. So be it. That's just myself personally. I'm wrong. Like, I know, but that's just affecting my own experience of the album, as it were. And it's not like it's a very clearly enunciated story, like with 2112, or even something like Jacob's Ladder and Natural Science, or some of the tracks on Signals, Grace Under Pressure, where it's very clearly telling a story, where this is kind of just telling poetry, and Geddes clearly just doesn't, maybe he doesn't really understand what, it's not being sung with conviction, because it's Neil's poetry, it's personal to him. Geddes like, yep, I'll read it out, I don't know, I'll sing it, yeah, whatever. If you want to pretend like it's 1996 for whatever reason, and you're just some geek in just a house somewhere, and you're just looking out, and you've got the new Rush CD, it's September 10th, 1996, you just put it in there, and you're just playing it, and you're looking outside, but you're inside, and you're listening to the new Rush CD, and a test for Echo, and you're just enjoying it on the basis that it's a new Rush CD. Yeah, in that respect, I really like Test for Echo. I'll say that. Maybe I'll have to just go to Rush fans and view some of their videos championing Test for Echo, because I do like the album. I just sometimes I feel like I ought to like it more, or would prefer to, anyway.